Good morning, Sussex Squad, Sussex Squad Nation, Sussex Squad supporters. My God, it feels like we have not talked to each other for a year. Well, we kind of back, not really. There's a lot been going on with us, and specifically me, myself. So before we get into it, it is going to be a very, very short service today. Maybe the shortest one we have ever done due to what is happening in our lives. So, how are you guys doing?
Well,
Charles, George.
Yeah, for starters, bon dimanche. Happy Sunday, everybody. This morning, evening.
Very good with the French.
Yeah, working on it. No, to your point, it has been crazy. And I think we say that every week, but this week especially, and the last kind of 2-ish weeks, we've been, as we mentioned in some of the posts, a kind of culmination of phase one of a different project, and so it was very little sleep and lots of work, and both on the mental side and on the physical side, and so it's like at the end of that yesterday, and at least for myself, it's like I need to sleep for a week straight.
I know. Charles.
So yeah, no, things are good. So, it's just been busy as we always have been. Honestly, haven't even had a chance to really kind of catch up and get some sleep. It's been kind of full tilt, but it's good. We got a lot of good things done.
Yeah, a lot of good things, but a lot more. I mean, obviously, these projects I wish we could share with you guys at this time, but not right now. But it is very hard work. I mean, I jumped from someone that will drink tea to cappuccino.
Upgrade.
Yeah, so it was very difficult, and we were actually looking to have an incredible podcast for you guys this Sunday. But 2 days ago, as we were traveling, and for many of you right now probably have heard me talk about my mother, and she is my rock, and she is someone that means the world to me. I am a mama's girl. So yeah, and she not doing well, and so as we were traveling, I get there because I always check with her, before and after. So before we got in the plane, she was doing pretty good, and she was sleeping because I could see her. Thank God for cameras and stuff like that. So I was able to see her, and she was sleeping, and so it was fine. And then we checked in the hotel. Of course, that would be the first thing that I do is checked her, and she was not in her room. And I was like, okay, maybe she's in the living room, my sister and everything. So, and I called, no answers. And through the camera, I could see my niece pass by. So finally, I get in contact with my niece, and she's like, well, your mom is in a hospital. I'm like, what do you mean she's in a hospital? So apparently, they had to take her to a hospital because they seen, I guess I'm going to be very open about that. There was some blood going on in her stool. So they wanted to make sure she checked it. And so by the grace of God, it's not the big C word. So what we were all fear of, it might be. So it wasn't that, thank God. And the tester, they did all the CAT scan. And so you could just imagine me unable to go to her right away, how tough and difficult that was. But I was on the phone constantly checking. And so she said it's fine. And she was supposed to be actually released today, this Sunday, out of the hospital. but somehow she must have cut something, which I don't really fully get the fully details. It's something that you could catch either through a gut, how you call that,
Antibiotics.
antibiotics, and so, or you can cut it in a hospital or something like that. And I think the numbers she's supposed to be in was something like 10,000, and so they was going to release her today. But because the number went back up, 30, and so she's going to be there a little bit longer. So how long, I don't know. But now that I am back home, so I am going straight to her side and being there with her in the hospital. So I don't know. My hope is that, it will be a short time and that she's going to be okay. So please pray for her. And she is an incredible woman. And yeah, so this is what's happening in my life right now. But it was important to come back here and let you guys know that we are thinking about you all, that we are looking into, at least many of us checked in daily to see how you guys doing and supporting you all. So that's what's happening with us. And my hope is that, we can fully be back with you guys with happier news and everything next week. I hope. This is what we hope for. So pray for us. So we're going to check quickly with Charles and see what are the headlines that been dominating Twitter's and social media and Church and Alley Report.
Sure. So the big thing I have to say is Dan Wooten.
Yes.
Dan Wooten. He is all over the place. He's blown up all over Twitter. He's got news, the wrong kind of news, all over, the internet. So he's been presented with some pretty serious allegations. So he's had that. And then actually there's a new allegation that actually just came out from this gentleman named Kevin Sutherland, who said that actually and again, this is an allegation.
Allegedly, yeah.
So this is what this guy came out. And what he actually happened to say is that he's a dangerous predator who drugged and aggressively raped me.
Oh my goodness.
And even provided some details below. And, his whole thing is that this is his reckoning. So hashtag Dan Wooten.
My goodness. If those allegations are true, I think it is really important. This man, it's no longer in our media circus because it is horrible. It is literally horrible. If this turn out to be true, because they are allegations, of course, and those are the time where you would expect to see the authorities and good media work. This is when you're expecting them to do their job. And so far, it seems like there's not too many of them come out and to deal with the stories. And we haven't heard, I don't think we have heard anything from the Metropolitan Police. So I think it is important that we know the truth. Because if those allegations turn out to be the truth, then this man do not need to be covering anybody.
No, I completely agree. He has no business being in a public-facing role or sharing his opinions, for certain, if this is the situation that he's involved in. He has no business trying to, profess his opinions on anything.
Well, and the thing is, I think there's a lot going to be coming out. And I don't think it's just going to be Dan and the other one that was a couple weeks ago. We all knew.
Philip Schofield.
Yes. So you have that. You have Dan Wooten now. And God knows who else going to be coming out. So what are we going to do? How, what is the plan
Well,
for us?
yeah, one thing one immediate thing that kind of jumps out that I wanted to share, especially knowing what Lady Sussex has shared with you all, and she's also been it always just amazes me, her fortitude and emotional strength. And she may say that she's her mother's a rock, but she is also the rock for many others, including both Charles and I, to be perfectly honest with you all. And her strength that she's showing right now is just incredible. And I will just say I'd like to thank all of you for the last 2 weeks for your comments, even though we were not able to do our service like we had wanted to. Because seeing the community, feeling that support, reading all of your messages, they were incredible for all of us, because it was a challenging 2 weeks for lots of different reasons. There were ups and there were downs, and so getting that support from this community really made a huge difference for all of us, especially when things are not always as good as you'd like them to be. So thank you all so much for that support.
Absolutely. And I also want to do an apology to my girl Ivy, because I think I misled our audience to think that she was ending her show.
And she's changing it, yeah.
Changing. I think I had all the information wrong, because when she posts in the community talking about the story, about her show, and I think I misunderstand. And the next one was when she said, wish her luck, sort of. And, obviously I didn't fully understand what was going on. And so my apology to you all for misleading, and apology certainly, to Miss Ivy. And of course, it's better for me now because I get to hear her again every Sunday. Although I have not listening to her last week or a couple of weeks ago because of everything that's been going on. So I do have a lot to catch on. So maybe while I'm in the hospital, so I'll be able to, pass time and just listening to her and to everybody else. So to anyone that may be affected, or so please know, Ivy is not ending her show. I think she's probably going to different subject, if I understand. I'm not really sure in the detail. I don't want to keep continue misleading more misinformations. And so, no, please check with her and go to her channel.
Sussex Global UK? Global Sussex.
Yes. So she's incredible. And so I'm really sort of, at this point, looking forward to just be with my mom and make sure that I'm by her side, and I will be in the hospital, sleeping there, and do everything there. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Please pray for us. So what we thinking about for this particular service that we should do is Go ahead.
So and it's funny, bringing up Ivy's show is actually a good segue to that thinking, because the juxtaposition of what we hear on the one side with the Dan Wootons of the world and all of the negativity, so much of which is directed at Harry and Meghan, trying to bring them down, and that sort of hate, and on the other side of the coin, what's really important and what we have to emphasize is not just the vigilance on of those who are trying to do ill, but also the amplification and the support of those who are trying to do good. And so that's, like you said, that's Ivy, and it's also in particular, as we know and as we've been saying, the work that Harry and Meghan do, because it's not, all of this isn't really about just Harry and Meghan. I mean, it is about supporting them because they're wonderful people, but it's also all of the people's lives that they touch through their different organizations and charity work and support. And so for this service, what we wanted to do, because we had started this project a long time ago, it feels like a long time ago, I don't know if it actually is, when the channel was much, much smaller, of doing just that, of trying to really support this work that, in this case, Harry especially has done with the Invictus Games, and kind of supporting that that event for this year in Dusseldorf, because it is going to be a huge thing and it is so important.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, like I said, we started this project a while ago, before many of you probably had subscribed, and you may not have had a chance to see it yet. And so what we wanted to do today was, with this being a shorter service, just actually reintroduce that project to you all, and hope that you all, one, enjoy it, and enjoy watching it, but also that you share it, because we do believe that event and that work by Harry is something that needs to be amplified as much as possible, because it's not just about Harry, it's about all of those people that it changes their worlds and changes their lives for the better.
Well, what's important to say about this project that we worked on, and that is really about, putting series of, videos and stuff that was available, but by no means none of that is attached to Harry and Meghan or even the Invictus people. Was completely, totally from us. Try to be creative to put something together to promote this big event. So I don't want anyone to think somehow this is related to, the Sussexes. No, that was not been approved by them or by the Invictus organization. A lot of the images that you guys will see that are things that's available to anyone. And so we were able to, sort of do our creativity, something that, I think, a lot of the Sussex squads are good at doing, whether
Better
it's
than us.
me and better than us, certainly. If you think of, Miss V, that had done this incredible video years ago, and that just pretty much went viral and reached to Princess Meghan. And that was wonderful. That was quite creative, sort of using Maya Angelou poem, sort of Rise. And it was incredible. And of course, you can't miss my boy, my brother, Baron, that who's killing us every day with a brand new project videos that he's doing an incredible job. So there's a lot of creativity goes around the Sussex squads. So ours it's something small. It's okay, but it still tell the story, and we all need to, highlight the work the Duchess and the Prince is doing for this really wonderful communities all around the world that we are so privileged to have serve us and keep us safe. It's our heroes. And so I think it is important that we support them and we cheer them on. And if we can go over there, and so let's go over there. If we cannot, let's make sure we sort of share in anything that they do and anything that, promote them, and make sure that, we give them their support. So basically, as I said again, we'll move on to prayer and a verse, and then we launch this wonderful. There will be a part 2. We don't know when the part 2 will come out, but we certainly will do a part 2. So we hope you guys share it, and we hope you guys love it, and let us know how you guys feel about it. And yeah.
Yeah, so actually for that, just logistically, we're going to play it at the end of the service so that it just plays right afterwards so you can see it easy. But if you did want to share it, we'll put a link to the video by itself without the service. If that's easier to share, we'll put that right at the top of the show description.
Wonderful. So it's this, again, my hope to see you all back here, very soon. Hopefully it will be next week. So thank you again for all your loves. Again, what a community to be a part of. And you guys are the one who sort of helped me. The fact that I'm not really getting overly emotional at this time, it just, I don't know. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. So, Charles.
Sure. So for the verse for today, I thought that it would be fitting to speak about and find one relative to strength, because that's what we all need in these turbulent times. And so I think a good one for that would be Isaiah 41, verse 40. Isaiah 41, verse 10. And it's, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you within my righteous right hand."
Amen. George.
Amen. Thank you, God, so much for another week, another 2 weeks, another month, whatever it's been since we last were able to speak with everyone, of being able to be alive, to be in this world that you created, to be a part of communities that are trying to amplify love and make it overall better for everyone. We ask for your strength when times are challenging. We ask for your strength for medical workers, for those who care for us. They are so essential, and they do the work that keep us going. They keep families together. Please be with them. Please be with Lady Sussex as she goes through a difficult time right now. And in particular, please be with Lady Sussex's mother. Bring her healing. Bring her home. Please be with all of those who are affected by some sort of unfortunate change, whether it's from storms, from flooding, from extreme heat, from changing weather. Even if it's just bad luck, please be with everyone that is maybe not doing at their best right now, has maybe fallen on harder times for one reason or another. Lift them up, be with them, and give them strength. Please support Harry and Meghan and the entire Sussex community, and by extension, all of the communities and all of the people whose lives they touch.
Thank you. Thank you so much, George. But we also need to pray for Prince Archie. So as we heard over the week, I think, about this guy that was arrested because of the threat on Prince Archie's life. I hope this monster is being put away for good, for life. And as I told you guys before, I have a lot of concern and worry, but I know these kids, they will be sheltered, and God wings. And so we have to pray for their safety, pray for the Sussexes as they move around the world. So let's really pray for Lilibet and Prince Archie as well. Have a good Sunday. Take care, you guys. Take care of your mental health. Take care of each other. We'll see each other soon. Good day.
Out of the night that covers me, black is the pit from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.